On this account, Chris Excel is asking a question. A grade 12 girl, a girl with a degree, 2 kids, flat S, 37-year-old, employed, no kids, S, 29-year-old, self-employed. I asked the question, which one are you choosing? 5,470 people participated. The majority of people said a grade 12 girl, a girl with a grade 12 certificate. And then a degree girl says it's 25.5, a different choice 7.1, no comment 22.7, so 44.6 they chose a grade 12 girl. So I guess this is it. Nota says Thusi is a downgrade. And then I did the polling and then I asked, is Thusi a downgrade? The majority of people said it doesn't matter. 29.5%, 4,528 people voted. And then no comment says 17.7, 100% a downgrade. 25.5%. It's not true, 27.3%. So people voted it doesn't matter whether she's a downgrade or not. It doesn't inform their lives, it doesn't affect their lives. It's actually none of their business. So I guess she's not a downgrade. I guess maybe she is, maybe she's not. People said it doesn't matter. Nhlamulo Sambudla, she's facing charges over the 2021 unrest that happened, and she's being accused that she somehow contributed to the unrest and encouraged people to do the looting. So I did the polling. I said, what's your take on Nhlamulo? Is she guilty or innocent? There's still 16 hours left. People are still voting. For now, 635 people have participated. The majority of people are saying she's guilty. Arrest her. She's innocent, 15.9%. I don't care what happens, 28.5%. I don't like politics, 3.1%. And those who are saying she's guilty, she must be arrested, 52.4%. So again, we need to keep our eyes on this polling because it's still going on. 16 hours left, so tomorrow we'll be able to see. You can go to my account to check how the people have voted by the end of the polling. So I encourage you to do that, or if you have not voted, just go in to my account and vote, also participate and be counted and be part of the numbers. Whatever opinion you hold, just go in and vote, and that will be, I really appreciate that. The mayor of Tshwane, the executive mayor of Tshwane, Dr. Nasipi Moya, ex-SA politician, she was just informing us of the steps they are taking to improve service delivery. I asked, is Dr. Nasipi Moya doing a great work as a mayor of Tshwane or not? And the majority of people said yes, she's doing perfect, 89.5%, and then no, she's just average, 3.5%. It's a terrible job, 0.6%. Let's wait and see, let's give it time, 6.4%. 1,029% of people voted. There's 1 hour left. If you want to vote, you can continue to vote in the next hour, but I'm sure by the time this video will be released, the polling will be over. You can just go and check it out and see if the results have changed or how far they've changed. But for now, it seems like she's doing a great job. This government account is informing us there's IP's investigation on KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlamulo for allegedly interfering with the arrest of a senior correctional service official is underway. Apparently, the person who started this investigation is Senzo Mchunu, the Minister of Police, and I did a polling to ask if about this guy who is being investigated. He's a commissioner in KZN. After such a beautiful work he's been doing, and people have been praising him all over South Africa. It doesn't matter which province, he's been praised because he's been doing such a beautiful job. I made a statement: this is always the end of South African heroes who are fighting crime. So this statement is really true, because if you think about it, you name all the people who are fighting crime in a very serious way, in a very genuine way. Whether you're talking about Xolani Khumalo from Xolani Khumalo Foundation, you can name them. All these heroes, they've always tried to use the legal system to persecute them, to cancel them. And I think the same thing is happening with him. Most people really loved this statement. 2,200k people have liked this tweet, retweeted, and it has been viewed 56,000 times. And so this is the point that I'm trying to make, and it seems to be very true. Apparently the ANC in Cape Town is organizing a hero's welcome of the ambassador of South Africa into the US, who has been kicked out of the US, and he was told that he's no longer welcome because of the statements that he has made against Trump's administration. So he's been kicked out in a very humiliating way. And Kusela Digo, who is an NC person, they are basically planning a hero's welcome in Cape Town at 11, this date 23rd of March, which is in 3 days. My question was, what's your take on this hero's welcome of Rasool? The people who participated, 343 on this vote, the majority of people who voted says the welcome is a disgrace, 56.4%. He's a hero, he deserves it, 22.5%. An unnecessary display, 14.6%. No comment, 6.4%. So South Africans, they see what the ANC are trying to do to have this hero's welcome of Ibrahim Rasool, who has been exited in the US in a very humiliating way, and a grave mistake he has made of uttering such an unnecessary statement that is criticizing the Trump administration, was careless and ignorant. And also, what the ANC is trying to tell us is that this is a good thing, but the people are saying this welcome is unnecessary and is a disgrace. I guess the ANC, they are out of touch with the reality, or they are out of touch with the ordinary people, how people see this thing. The former member of the AfriForum, Ian Root, has put out a statement talking about that people who are saying that there's no expropriation of land in South Africa, those who claim so, are false or they're wrong. So I decided to do a polling. I said, has AfriForum been truthful about a white farmer genocide in South Africa? I asked this question, and I wanted people to vote. 312 people have participated. They say that the majority, 80.1%, says no, it's fake news. And then yes, genocide exists, 16.3%, it doesn't matter, 1.3%, I don't know, don't care, 2.2%. But I also need to be fair, because Pedro van Rooyen, this lady, she says AfriForum has never used the term genocide, and a quite number of newspapers had to apologize and retract that already. And then I asked, is this true? I would really like to know more about this. If you know of any article to send or screenshot, please send, thanks. And then she actually did send me an article. Here I opened the article that she sent me. It does really state the case, the ruling, the case between AfriForum versus Times Live, which is a newspaper. And it really does say here that Times Live had to apologize to AfriForum for wrongly attributing the phrase farm genocide to the organization. So apparently, AfriForum has never used the word farm genocide, white farmer genocide. It's probably people who are associated with AfriForum, like Elon Musk and others. So the conclusion that I have from now on is that AfriForum has never said there is a white farmer genocide in South Africa, because apparently no one can find an evidence. So I am thankful to this lady, Pedro van Rooyen. She says, "You are welcome. Perhaps you could run another poll." Definitely I will. Joy Zelda, which is this account, says Sizela Alakine left Mosamo Ketsi with 2 kids. He left Lutando Mosha with 2 kids. And Gigi Lamaine, which is this lady, thinks she is better than them by dating him, which is Sizwe Alakine. And so basically she's disapproving the dating relationship of these 2 celebrities. So I did a polling to see how people are reacting to this relationship. Do you approve of Alakine and Gigi's Lamaine's relationship? Hell no, it's a mistake, 6.1%. Yes, it's perfect, 22%. None of our business, 67.8%. There's no difference. It doesn't matter whether they're in love or not, 4.1%. So most people said it's none of our business. The relationship between 2 people is just none of our business. I guess it's none of our business indeed. We shouldn't be involved in these in relationships that people are engaging in, especially if it's between 2 people. It is indeed none of our business. This news account says Deputy President Paul Mashatile taking a break from his demanding duties to spend quality time with his families and friends. You can see a video of him having some fun, dancing, and to check how people are actually reacting to this and how they are thinking. I asked, what do you think about Paul Mashatile taking a break from political duties? This is wrong, 8.4%. This is good for him, 55.1%. Let's delete ANC, 26.6%. It's cute, 9.9%. Majority of people out of 880 people who have participated on this voting in this poll says this is good for him. Just like anyone else who's working, employed, they do take their vacation, they do take their break from their work. It is good for him also. So this is what people are 880 out of the 880 people have decided. A celebrity Castañoves says not Serena Williams jumping on the Hosh Karamaima challenge, which is his song. There's a challenge for his song. I decided to do a poll. What's your reaction to this post? 3,764 people participated, and the majority of people said congratulations Casper, 41.7%. 20.1% says dude, we don't care. 80.4% says Casper is just lame. 29.8% says we miss AKA. On the Mkhwana's IPID investigation, the KZN Commissioner, Lieutenant Nhlamulo Mkhwana's, Chris Axel, he says if they touch Mkhwana's, we will get our comfortable shoes, we will go and loot some alcohol and then some cement or whatever you want to loot. And then I decided to do a poll. I asked, if Mkhwana's is cancelled and arrested, what should we do as South Africans? And out of the 832 votes or people participated, majority of people says we loot everything, 48.9%, and then 47%, which is very close to 48%, says we must demand him back, which is what I support. And then 1.7% says we do nothing. 2.4% says he must serve his time. So I guess the people who voted the last two options are people who really do not like him, or are not bothered, or are ignorant, don't even know his work. So I do not support looting, but it seems like most people says for him, would rather get in trouble, loot and then get in trouble, and for his sake, or for his name's sake, or for him to be released. So I'm not in support of that, but that's what people have decided. I guess it is what it is. Another article on the IPID investigation against Nhlamulo, who is a KZN police commissioner. Is this a genuine investigation, or is just a legal persecution against Mkhwanazi? Majority of people says it's a pure persecution, 78%. Yes, he must face the law, 4%. Innocent until proven guilty or otherwise, 16%. He is not above the law, 2%. So most people believe it's a pure persecution. People are just persecuting him because they don't like him or do not approve of his work that he's doing, or maybe he's touching people who are untouchable. I guess we have to listen to the majority of people. 78% says he's being persecuted. So I guess this guy is innocent, or we'll wait and see and hear what the court says. This news account, MDN News, says Mchunu files complaints against Mkhwanazi over alleged interference in drug arrest. So it says that Mchunu, who is a minister of police, has laid a complaint or opened an investigation on Lieutenant General Nhlamulo Mkhwanazi, who is a commissioner of KZN police. And Chris Excel says Mchunu. And then I did a polling. Immediately after that, I wanted to see people's reaction between these two guys, who is loved more, who is more favored. I asked the question, do you like what Mchunu is doing to Mkhwanazi? 952 people participated on the voting, and 48.7% says Mchunu. 0.8% says great job to Mchunu. We stand with Mkhwanazi, 48.6%. And 1.8%, I just asked, people said Chris Excel is crazy. So he's not crazy, and great job Mchunu, he's not doing a great job. People are standing with Mkhwanazi, so people are really in support of Mkhwanazi against Mchunu. I guess this guy is loved. I also like him. He's been doing such a great job. And as you have seen with other polls that I've done, that people really support him. They think these are persecutions against him. They want to stop him from doing the work he's doing. I guess it is what it is. The people have spoken, 48.7%, and people have spoken, 48.6%. The difference is very small. Basically, this is one thing. People are standing with Mkhwanazi and do not like what Mchunu is doing. City Press has put out an article about Dr. Motsoaledi, Minister of Health, who believes that South Africa should fund its own programs, and saying that Trump does not owe us a cent because Trump recently has cut all funding to South Africa on all programs. So I asked the question on this poll. 201 people participated. Majority of people said yes, of course, we do agree with the Minister of Health that South Africa should fund its own programs. 2% says no, it's expensive. 15.59% says politicians will steal. I don't care. That's 3.5%. So people agree that we should fund our own programs. because foreign countries will take an advantage of us, will have a leverage against us. They can use this at any time, and they can do this at our disadvantage and at their own advantage. EFF leader Julius Malema confirmed to the Sunday Times that his party was willing to resume negotiations with the ANC over the budget and possibly joined GNU. And so I came with a statement that says, Malema is a flip-flopper. He says one thing today and then tomorrow he will say the other. He's power hungry to an extent that he would do anything to get that power. I wonder what EFF followers are saying about this. And 105 likes. And then I did a poll to see how people are actually thinking about this, and 910 people participated. Most of the people says majority Malema is a flip-flopper. 34.7% they agree with what statement that I put out before, that Malema is a flip-flopper. 25.8% says it's a good move for EFF. Malema is power hungry. 24.7%. I really don't care whether he's in or out, whatever he says. Other people don't care. 14.7% says don't care. So majority of people says he is a flip-flopper. He changes. Remember Malema, he had a very strong and negative view against the government of national unity which is a GNU. He was saying that it will not last a year, and there's no such a thing as a GNU. It's a grand coalition between the ANC and the DA. Now he wants to join it, and he has said that he will never join the GNU. Now he wants to join it. So I think he is a flip-flopper, and people agree he's a flip-flopper. I guess Malema officially is a flip-flopper in this channel. Rose, this lady, she put out a post saying, where can I find a man who doesn't drink or smoke or watches football from home? So I asked the question and did a poll to see how men will react to this post. Will you date her with these demands? Majority of people says she's okay for me, which is 33.3%. She's too demanding, 26.7%. I'll pass, not for me, 13.3%. She's a red flag, 26.7%. So the majority of people says she's okay. I will actually date her.